it's Bibble Pusher, and today we're going to be going over how to make this cake tray summoning circle. So I'm using a cake tray from a Dairy Queen ice cream cake that my brother very kindly brought over for my birthday. And as soon as I saw it, I said, I know what I'm doing with that. So I started out by creating a pattern on Canva. If you search things like summoning circle, witch circle, rune circle, etc., you get some good designs. And then the trick from there is to size it correctly for your tray. I kind of failed that, honestly, but I'm pretty happy with how it turned out anyway. Then I was very fortunate to have access to a cry cut, so I used that, but you could cut it out by hand if you wanted to, assuming you have some kind of sticker sheet or Mac tack, something like that. Once the cry cut was done with it, I took the sticker part and affixed it to the tray itself as best I could, following the circle of the rises that were naturally in the tray. And then it was time to use a white primer to get it ready to paint and to cover up the sticker, hopefully kind of sealing it a little bit to the tray itself. From there, I used a just gray acrylic paint, tried to get a relatively thick layer on to help cover that primer and to add a little bit of grip. For this entire painting process, I used a sponge brush rather than a paintbrush to try to use more of a pressing motion rather than the brushing motion to keep the paint from going underneath the stickers and peeling it up as much. Once I had a base layer down, I got brown and a couple different kinds of greens and dabbed those on around just to kind of grunge it up a little, add a bit more texture. At this point, I admit I was not considering this project a success. It wasn't looking great, but I'm stubborn, so I kept on. Once everything was done and dried, I went ahead and peeled up the stickers. This was extremely satisfying, but again, I wasn't sure about the result. Wasn't a project I was proud of at this point. But then I got these fancy dancy light hexagons. I really like these. I've found a couple projects to use them on now, and they are very, very satisfying and really upgrade the work. As you can see, they've got lots of different colors, lots of different modes. You can make it look a lot of different ways. Perfect for any scenario you might need to summon in. While we admire them, I'd also just like to say, sorry, it's been a while since I posted a video. I've been working on another project. It's actually a 100% free novel. Post a new chapter every week. It's a dark fantasy called The Grim and the Reaper. The link is in the description, or you can find it at xeniaplatin.ca. That's my author website. It would mean a lot to me if you went and checked it out. I also have another channel where I read it aloud if you prefer like an audiobook style. Anyway, that's how to make a cake tray summoning circle. I hope you liked this video. Please do like and subscribe to support a small creator, and until next time, happy crafting!